Siyata Dishmaya, we're going to continue with the story in Sipurei Masiyot, the tales of Rebbe Nachman. We're in the 9th story, which is Masir Michacham V'Tam, the story of the wise and the simpleton. And we've already done 2 parts on this story, and we're going to continue now. If you want to get what we've said so far, go back on the channel. On my YouTube channel, you have a playlist for Sipurei Masiyot, and there you have the introduction to what are these stories and also the beginning of this one. And we're going to continue. The wise person, the wise son, he was always filled with pain and going through hardships. He now walks with a name. He's a doctor, he's a philosopher, he's wise. There was one minister that came, and he commanded him, the minister comes and tells this wise man, I need you to make me a gold ring. And he makes him a beautiful gold ring. Remember, he knew how to make gold jewelry. And he engraved into this ring many different designs in a very wonderful way. And in that ring, he engraved an ilan, a tree, which is a very, very deep word, ilan. It's Gematria 91. We'll get into that hopefully later when we get into the commentary on the story. Shaya nifla me'od. It was a wonderful tree. Uva asar, and this minister came. Velo yashar be'enav klal hatabat, and he didn't like the ring at all. He asked to make him a gold ring. He made him a gold ring, engraved it into a whole nice beautiful designs, and a tree. Didn't like it. Vayalo yisurim gedolim me'od. This wise man now had a lot of pain from the fact that this minister didn't like his ring. Because he knew himself that if he was in Spain with this ring would sell, it would be one of the best rings, it would be an amazing piece of jewelry. But here they don't understand that. They don't have a sense of appreciation for wealth and value and luxury. So he didn't appreciate it, and it hurt him a lot. So too, one time a minister came and brought him a precious gem that came from a faraway place. And he gave him another precious gem with a design on it. He gave him 2 gems. One precious gem that came from far away, and another gem that he had with a design on it. And he said, I want you to take this design and put it on this new gem that I gave you. And he did exactly the same exact design. He made one mistake. One detail of the design, he made a mistake. No one could have paid attention to it though. No one would have known it. Only he knew it. Came the minister, and he got the good rock. He's the only one that knew of the problem. The guy, the minister that ordered the work to be done, it was great for him. But the Chacham, the wise son, he had a lot of pain because of that one mistake he made. How wise am I? How far does my wisdom go? And now I'm making mistakes. How much have I learned in not making mistakes like this? So too, when it came to being a healer and being a doctor, he also had hardships. A sick person would come to him, and he would give him healing, he would give him a medicine. If the sick person takes this medicine properly in their life, 100% they have to be healed from it. Because it's an amazing medicine. And afterwards, that sick person died. And the world would say, everyone said the doctor killed him. It was the doctor that killed him. And he had a lot of pain from this. So too, sometimes he would give medicine to a person and they would be healed. And the world would say, it's just coincidence. And he always was filled with pain and hardships constantly. So too, he needed clothing, and when he needed clothing, he called the tailor, and he went back and forth with him. Until he got it exactly how he needs it. He went and he needed and he got everything done exactly how it was. The tailor made it exactly how he needed. There was one lapel on the jacket that there was a mistake in. It wasn't in the right direction, the lapel, and he was in a lot of pain from that. Even though here in this simple town, this is a very beautiful jacket, because they don't understand fashion and they don't know. But if I was in Spain, with this lapel, I would be the joke of the town. So too, he was always filled with hardships all the time, throughout his life. Because he knows better, because he came from this place, because he had a standard of living in America, now when he comes to Israel, it's much harder. Because in America, it would have been like this. Reb Shimon, can you close the door, please, brother?
Outside door? Yeah, just loading stuff in and out.
And the simpleton would always run and come to the wise one with joy. He saw him that he was in pain. He was going through so many hardships. And he asked him, a wise and a rich, wealthy person like you, why are you always in so much pain? I just saw yesterday, to step out of the story for a second, I just saw yesterday the founder of the high-tech company Loom. Loom is a high-tech company that helps people make videos. He sold his company for an astronomical amount of money. And he wrote a post yesterday that he has no meaning in life. He has no chase, he has no ambition, he's just, that's it. He can do anything he wants. He has ultimate freedom. He has unlimited money. He has hundreds of millions of dollars. He's a young bachelor. And he has no meaning in life. He has no reason to get up. And he doesn't know what to do. He lost all meaning in life now that he's not running this company. So this is the question. How do you have such knowledge? You built one of the most powerful companies in the world. You have so much money. And you're always down. You're always having problems with everything you're going through. He said to him, I'm always happy. I always have joy. And it was like a joke. It was like a mockery in the eyes of the wise one. It was as if this simpleton was like a crazy person in front of him. And the simpleton says to him, regular people, when they make a joke of me, they're the ones that are foolish. They're the ones that don't get it. If they're wiser than me, then they're fools. Even more so, an actual wise person like you. What would be if you'd be wiser than me? The wise one said to him, to the simple one said to the wise one, who would give that you should be able to come to my level? If only you could come to my level. The simple one telling the wise one, if only you could come to my level. Shiva Chacham ve'amar, the wise one answers and says, it could be. Shani avo ale shelcha, shinatel mimeni hasechel. It could be. I lose my mind, chas v'shalom, right? I get sick or I lose my mind. I'll get to your level. I'll become crazy. Because what are you? Ish v'shuga, you're a crazy person. You have one jacket, you think you have 5 jackets. You have one piece of bread, you think you have a whole entire buffet in front of you. All you have is water, you think you have every type of drink in the fountain. You're crazy. You're always happy. You make shoes, they're not even good shoes. You sell them for a third of the price of everybody else. You're out of your mind. It could be that I lose all of my brains and I become like you. But for you to come to my level, that's impossible. It never ever would happen. That you, a simple person, would rise to the level that I am as such a wise doctor, philosopher, gem maker, wealthy person. That you be like me, and the simpleton answers, by Hashem, anything's possible. It could be that in a blink of an eye, that I'll come to your level. And the wise one laughed about this very, very much. These two people, which they grew up together, they've been best friends since they were kids, but then they went on their own paths when they got to their, 18s, 20s. And now they're back together. They were sitting together. And the world, the meaning of their town, the people would call them, one was called the wise one and one was called the simple one. Even though there's a lot of wise people and simple people in the world, even though that's the case, here it was more recognizable. I'm getting chills just knowing how many secrets are behind this. That we can't go there yet. But we'll get there. They come from the same place and they learn together. And this one became very, very wise. And this one was very, very, very simple. And when it came to the census, where everybody's written in the town hall, everybody gets their last name, right? Last names were nicknames back in the day. Before they became official surnames and last names, they were just nicknames. Right? John the blacksmith, so his last name was Smith, or whatever it was just a nickname. Your name is all you have. Family names don't really matter in heaven. So there in the city hall where everybody gets written down with their name and their family name, they would put his name, we don't know their actual names, right? But let's say they're Reuven and Shimon, so it would be Reuven Chacham and Shimon Tam. One time the king came to this census, to this, right, Misrad HaPnim, social security list of the citizens of the town. And he found, he saw these two kids, these two children written there. This one is wise and this one's simple. This was a wonder in the king's eyes, that he has two citizens in his kingdoms, one called the wise one, one called the simpleton. He desired, now the king wants to meet them. I have in my kingdom a person that's called the wise one and a person that's called the simple one. I want to meet them. And the king thought to himself, if I out of nowhere send for these two people, they will get extremely afraid when they come in front of me. They'll get scared to come in front of the king. So the king thought, and he decides, I'll send a wise person to the wise one, and I'll send a simpleton to the simple one. But where do you find in the king's kingdom a simpleton? In the king's city, majority of the time, the capital city has wise people in it. It has the cream of the crop living with the king, not the riffraff. But the guy that was in charge of the wealth, the minister of finance of the kingdom, he happened to be a simpleton. Wise people don't want to be in charge of the treasury, of the wealth of the country. Because of his wisdom, you could maybe waste the money and overspend the money. Therefore, you put a simple person in charge of the money. Just do what you have to do. Don't start to spend money and invest and take risks with the money of the kingdom. Do what you have to do. This is what we have to pay bills every month for the kingdom, right? Do what you have to do. The king calls a wise person, and he called that simpleton, that specific simpleton, the one that was in the minister of finance. And he sent them to the two children. He gave letters to each one. la governor. So he gave a letter for the wise, and he gave a letter to the simpleton. And he also gave them a letter for the governor, the local governor there. Shelu ashtei banim em tachat memshalto, that these two children live in his state, in his town. V'tziva ba'igeret, and he commanded in this letter, שהגוורנר ישלח להם איגרות משמו לחכם והתם כדי שלא יתפחדו, that the governor should send letters from his name so that these two people, the wise and the simpleton, shouldn't be afraid. ויכתב להם, and he wrote them, שאין הדבר נחוץ ואין המלך גוזר דווקא שיבואו רק הדבר תלוי ברצונם. And he wrote there that it's not an urgent matter. The king is not making a decree that you have to come. If you'd like to come, it depends on your own will. אם הם רוצים, יבואו. If you guys want, you could come. רק שהמלך חפץ לראות אותם. It's just the king would like to see you. He's not commanding you, nothing's wrong, it's not urgent. On your own time, you're invited to come sit with the king. The king would like to meet you. Okay, we'll do one more bit and we'll stop. ונסעו אל השלוחים החכם והתם ובאו לגוורנר. The shluchim, the messengers of the king, start to travel, and they come to the governor, and they give him the letter, and the governor asks about these two kids, and they say, "Chacham uflag." So the wise one is like really, really, really wise, very, very smart. V'atam utam beyoter, and the simple one is very simple. V'yesh lo kol hamalbushim shel hapelz. He has all of the different jackets. The governor, and the governor took advice. It's not fitting to bring this simpleton with his torn jacket in front of the king. So he gave him proper clothing, high society clothing. Don't come like a beggar in front of the king, come dressed properly. And he put all of this clothing, this wardrobe, inside of the chests, the trunk of the wagon of the simpleton. And he gave them letters. They went, they gave them letters, and they gave the letters to their destination. Right, the wise one to the wise one, and the simpleton to the simpleton. And as soon as the simpleton received the letter, the simpleton said to the messenger that brought the letter, "Hello, eni yodea ma katuv bo. I don't know what's written here. Can you read it for me? I don't know how to read." And he answered him, "Ani esaper lecha bal peh. I'll tell you what's written there by heart. Ma shekatuv bo, what's written there is that the king wants you to come to him." And immediately he asked him, he said to him in the way of the Tam always was, "No joking. Don't make a mockery." He says, No, it's the truth. But there's no joke here. And immediately he filled up with joy, and he ran to his wife and he said, "My wife, the king sent for me. The king is inviting me to come meet with him." And she asked him, "Al ma velama, why? What's going on? Why would the king call for you?" He didn't have time to answer her at all. He straight away moved with agility, with joy. He went with the messenger and immediately got inside the wagon and started to travel, and he found there the clothing, and he got happier and happier and happier. And we're going to stop there for today.